What's going on, guys? Will Blending. This is what I would do in this economy, regardless if you need a business or not, regardless if you need it. Even my daughter set one up. I would simply set up a LLC, really basic, do it as a pass-through entity in the beginning, because you're going to change it later. Down the line, once you make 50, 60,000 a year, then I would say your goal should be to make it an S Corp. Check with your tax professional, but in the beginning, I would just make it a pass-through LLC, so the taxes are going to flow onto your own personal taxes if you make any money. But the goal, you'll see, is not really, in the beginning, you don't even need to make any money for this LLC to change your life. You set this up, make it a generic name. I keep telling people over and over, make it a generic name, not your own name. Don't make it your real name, you know, or even your real last name. I wouldn't even put it in the title of the company. Make it generic, you know, VW Enterprises, something simple. As far as what type of business you're going to set this up as, in the past, I've always said, set it up as a management company. And it is going to be a management company, but I would not take the management company code, because the management company code does bring up questions. I would take an active business code, like I'm taking software publisher, but it still could be a management company. It still could be a holding company. But it's not important in the beginning, because all it is really going to help you out with banking. So you want to pick something low risk. Business services, just generic business services. Don't be specific. I like software publisher because it kind of can lead into e-commerce without being e-commerce, or it can lead into online businesses. Something online is really going to be low risk, especially if you're going to be in transportation or real estate. Remember, this is going to be your first company, and think of it as if it's going to be your bank for your new active companies you're going to really do. So let's say you want to really do a barbershop in the future. Start this LLC first. Treat this LLC like it's going to be actually you in the future. This is going to be you're actually going to be the business that's going to create new businesses in the future. But the software publisher is low risk. No bank's going to question it. I suggest even getting a business license, even though it's not needed, because it helps in the building of your business credit later. So we got the code. What is it? What do they call it? NSICS code. Software publisher. Get a business license. Set up a YouTube channel. Even if you don't want to show your face, you're going to set up a YouTube channel. You're going to use websites like Pictory AI. Link should be in the description of this video. You can use Chat GPT to give you the ideas of what the video is going to be about. Set up your YouTube channel. What are you going to do videos about to actually bring in traffic? I would do videos about stuff you're actually going to use for your business. And this company's not going to do business directly with the public, but you could do affiliate marketing. The people will pay the companies. The people will sign up. The company pays you, so you're not doing business directly with the general public. This is going to keep your first company out of trouble. because you're not doing business with anybody. You're only doing affiliate marketing offers, which after you've done over like 30 videos on your YouTube channel, you're going to put those affiliate links, and you're going to do videos about stuff you're going to use, like fintech banks. Very important. And I would sign up for each and every fintech bank with this new company. You know, I believe you should not even have a cap on how many fintech banks you set up, just as long as you can keep track of them. You know, keep all the cards in a binder, keep track of them, because you're going to get affiliate dollars. You can get paid to those bank accounts, and you can always move the money after it's accumulated. So, you know, all the fintech banks you could think of that have to do with setting up businesses or business accounts, I would actually get them, promote those same companies if they have affiliate offers, and you'll get money into those accounts. Now, I do suggest get one of the big four, I would say, as far as a local, what I call anchor bank. And an anchor bank is a bank you physically can walk into and deposit money. I suggest everybody have at least one anchor bank, and you're probably going to have a personal account there as well. When I say the big four, I'm usually talking about Chase, of course, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, some people would say Citibank, PNC, and then if you want, get one of the mid-tier banks. Mid-tier, I would say, would be what? M&T. What do they call this other bank over here? Webster. I would get one, at least, large credit union. Doesn't have to be Navy Federal. There's a lot of them out there. Usually when you sign up for these nonprofits, they will allow you to be a out-of-state company and use their account. Navy Federal, I just happen to have already. And usually if you open up, if you deal with those nonprofits, you open up a personal account. Usually they will allow you to open a business account as well. Get a business account with at least one large credit union. And if possible, if you have any good ones that do business accounts in your area, get a local credit union as well. Very beneficial. And all you're going to do really is focus on, if you have a job, great. Keep your job. Come home 1 hour a night. Focus on building your traffic sources. But a lot of times if you have good personal credit and you go to the bank to open your account, they will offer you a line of credit for your business right out the gate. A lot of you don't know what to do with those funds. Now, what you're going to do with those funds is you're going to use those funds to create traffic. You know, create traffic to send to your channel, which in turn should translate into affiliate dollars, and you should eventually start making money on affiliate marketing. Now, what I recommend is you do what I did and create your own products, your own digital products. Do that. And I would set up your operating company that's going to go underneath this only after you started making some money. After you started making some money, that's when you're going to set up that real physical operating company that you've been dreaming about all your life. So now you want to say you got to do a hair salon. You already have a LLC, your holding company. It is a holding company that actually generates money, that has corporate credit, that actually can loan you money to set up your new LLC for your operating, let's say, hair salon. And now you have a $50,000 credit line, which you don't want to tank. You want to use maybe 10 at the most to buy your products that you need to get started. Now once that new operating company starts generating some money, pay your holding company back or pay the credit card that you're using. This is very important. You got to pay on time, pay at least a monthly payment on time, but actually pay your company back. I'm talking about send the cash back up to the holding company, for payment for that loan. And this becomes very valuable because your holding company, if you've gone to all these banks and built up your corporate credit with several different fintechs and local banks and credit unions, you can always borrow more money to start a brand new company or to purchase some real estate, or to do something you're passionate about. We'll say you just have a hobby that might not really make no money, but now you have some buying power where you could at least feel that out while you're still building your business, And you're taking some of that. Let's say you have a real estate company. A lot of people come to me and be like, well, I already have say either a real estate company or a transportation company already set up. Should I make that my holding company? No. Should I shut that company down and start over? No. After you've built up this LLC that's going to be like your bank, you can always purchase that operating company. You can actually buy it. You see where I'm going? So now you take the ownership of it out of your name, and now it's owned by your holding company. Even though it's local, that's another thing. This one I'm talking about is not using anonymity. This is just a local one in your state, because by it being in your state, it's just easier to get a lot more corporate credit. So this is not going to be your anonymity setup. If you want anonymity, I would recommend you set up a whole nother situation down the line just for that, which I'm probably going to do as well. That'll be usually a partnership holding company for some tax reasons I don't want to get into in this video. But that'll be a partnership holding company that could be owned by your S Corp. Your S Corp could be one of the two entities that could owns that one. But that one will have the anonymity. So no one will never know it's owned by this other holding company. Or set up a brand new entity, and then yourself could be in a partnership to own that new entity. And that would be like for like the real estate. Because you don't want to tie in with this active holding company structure. This one is really going to be for your local banks, and they like to see you in the same state. Not talking about the credit unions, because they don't care as long as you paid that nonprofit. But this is what you need to do. Even if you have a job you love, you need this LLC. Now this LLC could get you a car, not being in your name. Let's say you want to start a transportation company. You could borrow money from this, either one of the credit lines or some of the funds from this holding company, purchase the car for your new operating company, but put it in that company's name, and then just pay the holding company back for the purchase of that vehicle later, once it's making money. This is not going to give you necessarily the anonymity you need, but it's still going to be a layer of protection because it's another company that owns it. It's not directly connected to you. And if you have a filing company or a law firm set this up, even if it's in your state, it'll usually show that it was set, the company was set up by so-and-so. It may still show who the owner is, but that is beneficial. And you can set it up where the IRS sends whatever to that company, and that company will keep you in compliance. So it's good to not always set this stuff up yourself, because you want to be in compliance, you know, and they keep you up on when the taxes are due and all that stuff. So I would preferably a filing company. The law firms are really expensive. I would get something right out the gate like QuickBooks to track anything going in and going out. It just makes it much easier to deal with later for tax reasons. I've learned that the hard way. You don't want to have to get bookkeeping and all that. QuickBooks can integrate with a lot of things. You're probably going to pay like, I forget what I pay now. It's probably like 20, 30 bucks at the most a month. Put it on a business credit card, guys. You know, that's 30 bucks a month. That is a business expense. And this is what I would do. And I would focus on getting your personal credit flawless. I'm working on this right now where I want to get every single personal credit card down to 0. And then what I'm going to probably start doing is I'm probably going to apply for the Navy Federal business card, even though I might have the personal, and put my day-to-day expenses on the business card, because in Navy Federal, the business card doesn't report to anyone, not even the business credit bureaus. Only Navy Federal knows what you're spending. I like that. So you can literally have $15,000 on that and take 5 and go buy a vehicle for your business and it not show up anywhere. As long as you're making those monthly payments and Navy Federal see you got money in the bank, they're never going to question it. You can literally pay that 5 back and turn around and do it again. Build out your transportation fleet. Or put a deposit on another hair salon. Or another piece of real estate. But you treat this holding company like it's your bank. I would brand it. I'm branding mine. But it's not going to be something that's geared around my name. I'm simply branding mine because I'm showing you guys the process. So I want to have a brand. My operating company under that new brand is going to be probably a similar name. And some of you have been watching me a while, you probably already guessed. I already have a YouTube channel for it. You know, I've got like 5 channels already built out. So all I gotta do is keep posting. And it's not about AdSense money. I think a lot of people think that the only way to be successful on YouTube is AdSense. No. I'm going to get all 5 of my channels up to 5,000 subscribers. And to a lot of you, that might not sound like a lot, but that literally can make you a 6-figure business easily, just from traffic. Easily. If you got the right audience within those channels, because it's not really about the subscriber base anymore. It's how many views you're getting. So the key is to use AI technology to help you build better videos. You know, it's what I'm doing. I'm like repurposing. You're going to see me on the channels. I'm going to take videos like this one, put it in some AI software, and repurpose this video where you're eventually going to see the words on the screen. That's how you repurpose it. So I don't have to edit the videos. They have AI software that does this for you now. The days where you had to like physically be really smart or really creative or techie, whatever they want to call it nowadays, and edit this, I don't do none of that. I simply do regular videos like this. Later on, I'll take the same video, repurpose it, and put it on another channel. And it usually does better. It usually performs better when I do that. So, this is what you need to do. AI technology. I'll tell you recently what I did with AI technology, Craigslist. I literally am rent-free, guys. And I thought about not talking about it because I don't want to jinx anything. But I use AI technology to write Craigslist ads to rent out both the rooms in my 2-bedroom apartment. And I have one of those large living rooms that's attached to a dining room. So I sleep in that large living room. And it's a good feeling. I woke up I woke up today for the first time thinking, you know what? Technically, you're rent-free. All I got to do now is drive Uber and Lyft to take care of the utilities, which ain't cheap because it's still backed up from the last winter. Internet, my car note, and my car insurance. So I'm not 100% where I don't have any expenses, but I'm rent-free. The 2 guys renting out the 2 bedrooms literally are paying on average $700 a month, which wipes out my rent completely and gives me a few $100s on top of it. So literally, guys, I'm rent-free technically right now, all thanks to AI technology and Craigslist. And this is the type of videos you're going to get, guys. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to show you how to get ahead just by setting up a business. Just setting it up just could change your life. And then the taxes, man, all I'm going to tell you is if you can make just $50,000, you don't have to get rich. You need this business to make at least $50,000 to $60,000 a year, whether you have a job or not, and you can make this an S corp and save so much in taxes. It's ridiculous. And all the operating companies are not going to pay tax. They're not going to pay tax returns because they're owned by the holding company that eventually will be an S corp. Not right away. You got to make some money, and then if you're not making a lot of money, it's still going to benefit your life because you could use it like a bank. You could go borrow credit to build your businesses because it's going to have the most amount of credit if you do this right. And I recommend doing it in your state. Don't try to go for the anonymity out the gate. Like I said, once you make money down the line, you can always set up a whole nother holding company, which the law firm that you're probably going to have to get at that point is going to set up for you. And it'll have all the anonymity you need, all the protections you need. You're probably going to have a trust that owns that anyway. So that's when you get into trust and all that other stuff. Out the gate, just make this a simple LLC in your state, pass through LLC, start making some money with this, and I promise you it could change your life. This is the type of stuff we're going to talk about in the Corporate Hustler group. The links are below. If you're not seeing this on the YouTube channel, go to the YouTube channel, check the links below, or go to williamblanding.com and you'll be able to see it there. Get signed up, and I also have a free business school. Links below. Let's stop playing, guys. Winter is coming, and this is going to be a rough year. You need more income, period. Thank you guys for your time. I hope you get in the group, and I'll see you in the next one.